You know that moment when someone says something and it ruins your whole day? Here's the truth. That feeling only lasts about 90 seconds, unless you keep feeding it. Anger isn't permanent. Neurologically, the stress chemicals that create it flush out in a minute and a half. The only reason it lingers is because we replay the story, rehearse the comeback, and keep the fire alive. It's like burning toast and hearing the smoke alarm go off, but instead of opening a window, you keep making more toast. Next time someone cuts you off in traffic, notice it. That initial rush of stress hormones is your 90 seconds. After that, it's your choice. Do you let it pass, or do you keep it alive by saying, "What an idiot," for the next 20 minutes? This is the 90-second rule, and it gives you a choice point. Chapter 1. The Button Pusher. Myth. We say, they really know how to push my buttons, as if we're remote controls. But nobody can push buttons you don't give them. Those so-called buttons are actually unhealed wounds or violated values from your past. Your coworker makes a sarcastic comment, and it hits a nerve. Why? Maybe it echoes your critical parent. That person isn't pushing your buttons, they're showing you where healing is needed. When you stop being the remote control, you take back the power. Chapter 2. The Hidden Emotion. Here's something surprising. Anger is rarely the real emotion. It's like a security guard. It shows up to protect something deeper, like hurt, fear, or shame. Your partner forgets your anniversary and you explode in anger. But underneath, the real feeling is, do I not matter to you? When you express that vulnerable truth instead of anger, everything shifts. Anger creates distance. Vulnerability creates connection. Chapter 3. The Choice Point. Between every trigger and your reaction, there's a space. And in that space lies freedom. Viktor Frankl realized this even in a concentration camp. No matter what happens, we can always choose our response. Someone sends you a passive-aggressive email. Your first impulse is to fire back. But if you pause and ask, what response will I be proud of tomorrow? You've just activated your choice point. This is your emotional superpower. Chapter 4. The Observer Self. What if you could watch your emotions like weather instead of being swept away by the storm? Inside you is an observer, a calm, steady part that notices what's happening without being hijacked. Instead of, this person is an idiot, it becomes, I'm having the thought that this person is an idiot. That tiny shift pulls you out of reactivity. When you activate your observer self, you gain emotional immunity. You feel the wave, but you don't drown in it. Chapter 5. The Reframe Revolution. Difficult people aren't obstacles, they're trainers for your emotional fitness. That critical boss? They're strengthening your resilience muscle. That passive-aggressive neighbor? They're training your boundaries. Just like a personal trainer puts you through tough exercises to make you stronger, difficult people build your emotional strength. When you see them as trainers instead of enemies, you stop being a victim and start being a student. Integration, making it automatic. Knowledge without practice is just entertainment. So here's the challenge. Pick one technique for the week. Maybe it's the 90-second rule. Maybe it's the observer self. Each time you feel triggered, use it. That's how you rewire your brain, through small, consistent practice. Over time, staying calm won't be something you try to do. It'll become who you are. The people who never get rattled aren't special. They've just practiced, and you can too. Imagine who you'll be when no one has the power to disturb